Oui. Veuillez vérifier le numéro et
Okay.
réessayer.
Okay, j'essaie d'appeler. I'm trying to call Northern Health because they're advertising 2 local part-time jobs in as a life skills coach with mental health experience, and so something that falls under my specialty. Except that I've applied like 1 year ago for jobs like this with them, and I didn't get an answer. If you go on their website now, it says, and here I'll go on it. You can see. Well, you won't be able to see. I'll have to read it to you. Watch out for fraudulent job sites and job opportunities. Learn more. Well, I think they're the frauds. So let's see what happens. Did I dial this already? And I'm going to ask if I can come in person instead of playing online.
Hello. You have reached the Terrace Specialized Mental Health and Substance Use Outreach Team. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. For a nurse, press 1. For a clinician, press 2. For support staff, press 3. For direct checking, press 4. And for leadership, please press 5.
I'm going to try 5, but...
Hello. For the Mental Health Substance Use Coordinator, CPL.
I'm trying 0 now.
I did not recognize that as a valid entry.
Okay.
For the Mental Health Substance Use Coordinator, CPL, please press 1. For the Northwest Program Lead, please press 2. To return to the previous menu, please press the pound key. For the Mental Health Substance Use Coordinator, CPL, please press 1. For the
Okay, I'm going to try to talk to this person that might have a role in hiring or interviewing.
Hello, Alex speaking.
Alice? Is that
My name's Alex.
Alex?
Yes,
Okay.
A-L-E-X.
Hi, it's Martin here. I'm new in Terrace, and I see jobs that are part-time related to life skills and with a mental health addictions component to it. I've applied for such jobs about a year ago with you guys, but on your website it says, there's fraud going on, so I just want to see if these jobs really exist, and I'd prefer just applying in person instead of using your website.
Right. Those are legitimate jobs. So, fortunately, you will have to apply to the website because Northern Health is very finicky like that.
Okay.
But there should be, off the top of my head, I know there's a couple postings with our office.
Yeah. How about I start with volunteering just to see if we're a good fit? Because, when you say they're finicky like that, it seems they suffer from what I describe as a form of mental illness that affects majorities as domestication, and how, it devolves us from the ability to, self-correct as a species. So I'd like to maybe start with volunteering, and then I'd meet people, and then, they'd be kind of my reference in that way. Is that possible?
Do you think that maybe you could pop by our office to speak to our program leader?
Yeah.
And perhaps she can give you a bit more information around any questions you might have.
Yeah, so what's the address of that?
We are at 4450 Craig Avenue.
Okay, and
we're suite number 101.
okay, and when do you recommend I do this?
Let me just pull up my calendar. She is back in office tomorrow. I don't know if maybe you could pop by later in the afternoon or maybe Friday morning.
Yeah, either way, if it's possible that you inform her I'd be coming in, just let's decide tomorrow afternoon or Friday morning and I'll go.
Okay, let's do Friday morning.
Okay.
And is there any questions you would like me to get the ball rolling on outside of your volunteering question?
No, I mean, I could offer quickly, a criminal record check as a first thing to do for volunteering. So, but mostly, I'd like to kind of find out if we're a good fit because I'd like to set roots here. So,
Okay, you bet.
Yeah, so sometimes I apply in two industries, and one industry is mental health consultant type thing. So, and I am a life skills coach by training, and I've worked in mental health and addictions, and I have multiple diplomas relating to that as well. So, but the thing is it's important to have the right fit with the employer with the right mission statement. So
Right.
and that walks the talk of such a mission statement, right? So it's important to do that before I invest in, because then it can be more trauma to clients that lose staff they've created a good rapport with, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and I'd love for you to be there as well, because we've already spoken. And so, what time Friday morning then?
Would you like to pop by at, say, 11 a.m.?
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll see you then, 11 a.m. in 2 days.
Okay. You have a wonderful day, Mark.
You too. Bye bye. So I have no choice to apply for jobs in such a way. You're never going to get a job. Yeah. Well, aren't you happy if you are patient-centered that I'll volunteer? Like what's your priority? Is it to get me to be like you, a sheep that receives a paycheck while accelerating the Anthropocene? Again, that's not, and I did mention, bad sign, and there's a lot of HR people, and that's why one of my vlogs in work industries is there are patterns that are measurable with psychiatrists and HR personnel, two different industries separately, that accelerate the further infection of HSD in cultures. Because if HR, and I've had conversations or emails with plenty, I could put screenshots, and if there's something slightly different, like you gave a little too much information at the wrong stage of when they're asking for it, you got to start over. So they'll lose good candidates like this. And psychiatrists are about labeling fault and not empowering. Because often in the Anthropocene, when sane people know, whoa, our species is not right, well, sane people will get depressed, they'll get anxious, they'll get paranoid. They'll get paranoid because they know what the right thing to do is and nobody else does it. It's like, what the hell's happening? Is there some sort of conspiracy? That's stuff that I've talked about, that HSD accelerates what was minority forms of mental illness into majorities. And then suddenly, more people have depression, more people have anxiety, more people have dysfunctional brains through psychotic behaviors. And that's because we're not talking about the cause of the Anthropocene and what's wrong with our brains and how we not only not self-correct, we accelerate while we are aware of these problems, we're accelerating them and we can't stop ourselves. And that's what my theory explains. So again, I don't need to explain this in a job interview, but I need people to realize that, hey, if they say, no, do this, do this, do this, and they attack their own patients who don't do exactly what they say, again, you are depowering your patients. I'm not saying that you should allow them to do extremely destructive things, but the people that work in mental health, such as psychiatrists, or that hire, such as HR people that do screening, you will not be pro-empowered, matured, free-thinking, critical thinking type candidates. You will label them for being bad sheep in systems that are devolving, because you do that. In big part, you do it in your cultures of your professions.